Take a standard X5, inject it with a bonkers V8 engine, a big body kit, and a snorting exhaust. Oh, don't forget to plaster a bunch of M badges everywhere, and you've got yourself a recipe to blur the lines between performance and utility. This is a BMW X5 M, an insane proposition in a world in love with SUVs, so maybe BMW is onto something here. But it's a rather subtle transformation from a standard X5. The only telltale signs are the flared fenders, M badges out back, the quad exhaust, and these little side fenders over here. But it's not exactly a car that stands out from the crowd, especially in this murdered out spec. What we have here specifically is the Black Fire Edition. Apparently people liked blacked out cars so much that BMW made a special edition just for them. There's only 25 coming to Canada, as well as an X6 M Black Fire Edition as well. That gets you a few things. You get 21-inch wheels, carbon fiber mirror caps, this sapphire black paint, black kidney grills, and inside you get a black and red leather upholstery with a little limited edition badge on the passenger side dash. But it's more than just looks with the X5M. Under the hood, you got a 4.4-liter twin-turbo V8 that pushes 567 horsepower and 553 pound-feet of torque. That's the same engine they use in the BMW M6, actually. And it's a stinking quick engine, so don't think you're a little raced up Honda Civic. You can keep up with this one. Now, I know the X5M weighs a lot. It weighs as much as two Subaru BRZs stacked on top of each other. But it's got all-wheel drive, it's got launch control, and it's got a 0 to 100 time of 4.2 seconds. Now, if that doesn't put anything into perspective for you, let me try this. It's faster than a Range Rover Sport SVR, and it's faster than BMW's own i8 supercar. Floor the throttle, and you start to get dizzy off the line really, really quickly. It's bloody quick. But what I love about this car too are these little M buttons that you get on the steering wheel. Push it and it just goes full on bonkers mode. You can set everything what you want. You can tailor it, customize it from the throttle response, the suspension, the steering. But hit it and you get this shortcut button to full power. Now, it really comes in handy. It's like when you're driving on the highway and you forget your exit is about to come up and you're leisurely driving, and a lot of cars you hammer the throttle and it takes a while to get up to that, maximum response. But here, I think your exit's about to come up, double click the M buttons and just floor your way there. You have a tight suspension, the engine is on full tilt, and the steering is just so good on this car. It really defies physics how it moves and dances. That being said, even on the most comfortable setting for the X5M, the suspension is a bit on the firm side. Definitely you feel like this is a performance SUV. It feels, I'll put it this way, the comfort mode on the X5M feels like the sport mode on the standard X5 with the adaptive suspension. It's pretty stiff. To be honest, I never thought I would have this much fun with a car weighing this much. And I think that's what I love most about the X5M, how it likes to defy physics and how it drives. You can turn off DSC and you could drift this thing like a BMW M3. You have to remember, we're talking about a 5-passenger shopping cart here. Now, it's fun to drive, but the noise is a bit disappointing. It doesn't have the soundtrack to back up those athletics. There's no musical progression. There's no octave progression into the high notes. It's sort of this even, uniform, baritone-ish soundtrack, but it's not exciting. It's not burbly. There's no climax to the music, and sadly, the only time when you get some oral satisfaction is when you're flooring the throttle hard and ripping through the gears. You get these little farts out back that are actually really loud, but a little short-lived. You don't hear much of it, and it's very, very quick. Does sound better than a Cayenne Turbo. Doesn't sound as good as a Range Rover Sport SVR though. And to be honest, I think BMW inline 6s sound better than this. The X5's interior is quite a feast for the eyes. Despite the overwhelming flurry of buttons that will babble BMW newcomers, the layout is fairly simplistic. Audio buttons are where you'd expect them to be, and a little rotary dial makes you feel right at home. I just wish there was a little more storage space, but The center compartment is lacking a little in depth, and the side pockets are a little hard to reach when the doors are closed. The seats are beyond beautiful. They're really comfortable too. And what I like is how you can adjust both the lower and upper backrest to really tailor your driving position. Probably the most annoying part of the X5M and a lot of M cars is this little pimple-like gear shifter here. It's a little overcomplicated. There is no park button. Instead, you have to either put it in neutral or pull the electric handbrake, or you have to turn off the car for it to shift into park. Now, BMW usually uses this for their dual clutch transmissions. The X5M has an 8-speed, so I don't really know why it's here. And I also want to talk about the speakers. These $5,000 Bang & Olufsen option speakers are really good. You also got this little raising tweeter on the center of the front dash, which is a really cool little feature. And despite being a performance SUV, the X5M is actually still very practical. It adorns a Range Rover style liftgate with 2 panels, one that folds up and one that folds down. You also get to use it as a makeshift sofa at your local drive-in theater. And thanks to a flat roof, getting in and out of the X5M is much easier than the coupe variant, the X6M. The X5M is a remarkable SUV, one that really defies the tradition of being an SUV. It's got stinking quick performance, but it's conventional in appearance. It's usable on a daily basis. If you can suck up the overly firm ride and the quite disappointing exhaust noise, well, you're in for one hell of a treat.